tried to do, and I'll be really honest with you, I didn't like this one to begin with, and I still have mixed feelings, but we tried the self-assessment. And I guess the reason I didn't like it to begin with is I wasn't sure that fifth graders could handle it. And the way we tried it the first couple times, I think I agreed with myself that fifth graders could handle it. So we tried the self-assessment. We used hands in the classroom that have the student numbers on them, so they're just kind of quick ways to get answers from the students. And we tried just putting up the I can statement and having the students just real quick, yep, I got it, I totally understand how to write equivalent into fractions, sort of, or no, I'm lost. And you can see this wasn't too bad, but they skewed themselves to the, yeah, I am a rock star. And then when we did something on paper, we went, no, we are not. Not so much. So we looked at it, we tried it this way, and I went, okay, maybe I don't really get how to do this. And then we tried it kind of a different way. Still the same idea. We gave them another one. Yeah, you can see they are all totally on top of it. That actually says one, none, or all. We gave them 2 or 3 questions on a topic, and it was still fractions. And okay, how did you do? Did you get all of them right? Just one of them? None of them? How you feel? And they were all, yeah, I got this. When Mary Beth and I looked at it, most of them should have been down in none or one. I don't think anybody got them all right. So again, I was looking at this going, this self-assessment stuff does not work. I don't like it. It's a waste because they don't get what they're doing. But I will say we tweaked and discovered that they needed a lot more guidance. Let's look to that next one just for a second. When we kept trying and kept tweaking, I found out that, one, they don't get it. I don't think they've ever self-assessed before, which they're only 5th graders. That kind of makes sense. Maybe they have not. And as we're going, talking more about doing that, it'll happen before 5th grade. But we kind of decided to scaffold it a little bit more. So when we switched to self-assessment, we gave them a paper. I think we were doing measurements. But when we asked them to self-assess this time, we got real specific. Okay, I only knew 1, 2, or 3 of them. Instead of a generic, yeah, got them all, sort of got it, don't got it. In driving them into actually accountability, look back at your answers and put a little star next to the ones you think you have right. And they were less apt to just go, yep, I got it, I'm done. They actually thought a little bit more about it, which I was pleased. Now, they still weren't stellar at it. Flip back to that, and I think that other one is the one. If you go back and look, some of them were doing okay, like these ones. They assessed themselves as a 1. I have no clue. And when Mary Beth and I checked it, we would agree they had no clue. It was good. And that was what I wanted to see. Now, we got this one student who said he was a 2, and he was a 2. He I kind of have this. I think I'm doing okay. And it was better. And I think that focusing them on actually counting their questions and really looking at their answers helped. Now, it may not be the fix-all to end all, but at least with our crew, I think I was too general to begin with. I let them just kind of, oh, how'd you do? Yeah, I got it. Because they wanted to say, yeah, I got it, because they thought we would leave it and go on.
The other thing that helped was having them assess on their paper, because when they were putting their hands up on the board, sometimes I think there was that pressure of, well, it looks like most people have it, so I probably should, so they would stick their hand over there. I also saw a couple of kids moving hands around of other children, so that was another thing that was a little bit, but putting it on the paper too, it kind of provided more confidentiality, and I think it made it a little more comfortable to be honest with themselves and with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot more accurate. When we did it again, we gave them the same assessment again, and then after we had actually covered the content, because this was measurement, the first one was just a go in, what do you remember? Do you remember any measurement from 4th grade? But then when we went back in and they actually tried to do the assessment themselves, after we had kind of talked the content, walked them through the content, their actual self-assessments, which are up in the corners of those papers, are much more accurate now. The one that picked a 3, this one's knocking it out of the ballpark, and he knows he is. He originally was not, but he thought he knew what he was doing. He was a 3 the first time too, but the first time he wasn't really on it. And even the low ones still recognized that they were low or that they were average in there. And I really do think it came down to us focusing them and getting helping them understand a little bit more about self-assessment. And I think it's going to, I hope, at least for Glenn and Ryan, as we start it down here in 5th grade, that self-assessment's going to become easier as they move on up through the grade